All right. You ready?
Yes, Mitesh.
All right. So you said your money frequency right now is at 1, which means your expenses are high, your income is less.
Yeah, 0, and expenses is also high.
Okay. Now, the way we will do this exercise is I'm going to share an Excel sheet with you on screen right now. I'll give you access to this Excel sheet later. I'm going to be asking you some questions. The important part is to answer those questions as honestly as you can, as fast as you can.
Sure.
Especially recognizing a lot of negative emotions, negative thoughts and beliefs. Out of positive thinking, don't try to hide that emotion which is negative. Because only when we recognize that negative emotion will we be able to catch what's the block. Clear? Starting with the Excel sheet here. All right. So Dhaval,
Hi.
here are the questions. Question number 1. When I try to set high targets, I feel. Now, when you come to this column later, you will see there's a small drop down arrow here. Do you see this?
Yes.
We'll have 2 options, positive and negative.
Yeah.
Let's start answering the questions. When I try to set high targets, I feel either uncomfortable, fear, or negative, or comfortable, confident, and positive.
Uncomfortable, fear, and negative.
So I'm going to select that for you. And we are also going to make that as red. Okay. Whenever I don't achieve my targets, I feel. So let's say you didn't achieve your target. You had set a target for the month and you didn't achieve it. Do you feel stressed, sad, insecure, negative, grateful, relaxed, faith, or positive?
Stressed. Very stressed and insecure. Yeah.
When I have to talk about money with family and friends, I feel uncomfortable, awkward, sad, negative, or comfortable, confident, happy, and positive when I talk to my family members about money.
A little awkward. Awkward, uncomfortable. Yes.
When I'm not able to buy something expensive, let's say you go to the shopping mall and you're not able to buy something expensive, you feel compromised, not good enough, negative, or feel grateful, good enough, and positive?
No, not good enough.
Okay. When I have to ask money from somebody, it may be even your own money that you're asking, or it even may be a loan or something. How do you feel when you have to ask money? Do you feel ashamed, angry, uncomfortable, negative, or do you feel responsible, relaxed, comfortable, and positive?
Ashamed and uncomfortable.
When I see my competitors making more money, and competitors doesn't only have to be in business, it can even be in your job, people who are colleagues. When they grow faster than you, in front of you, you feel jealous, desperate, and negative, or happy, inspired, and positive?
I feel definitely negative and a little bit desperate.
This is the honesty I needed. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Now, I now remember some of the negative emotions I feel in relation to money are. So, now this is additional emotions that I have not, right? You have to recognize it for me. Okay. Examples are inferior, embarrassed, low self-esteem. So you tell me, what are the other emotions that you're realizing right now are connected to money, which are negative emotions that you can remember right now? Give me examples.
Yeah, I don't deserve to. I don't deserve to have money.
What else?
Like I should not work for money. Like I grew up in a house like that's a mindset I
work for money.
It's service that like I'm scared.
Come to me.
It should just come to me. Yeah. Okay.
Scared. Okay.
Scared and so I just had it in my. I'm scared to I'm fear of success. Like I don't know how to handle. I've never seen success. I've seen a lot of failures. So fear of success. I don't know how to handle if a lot of money comes.
Yeah.
So if money doesn't come, I'm more comfortable.
Okay. So don't know how to handle money.
How to handle large sums of money. Yeah.
Perfect. Now let's go to the second part. This is going to be about your money thoughts and beliefs and frequency. This part, which you've told me, I'm going to actually copy paste this down here. The same question. Some of my negative thoughts and beliefs about money, I now realize are. The reason I'm pasting that here is because everything you've told me is actually thoughts and beliefs, not feelings. Okay. But one thing I'm going to continue writing here, which is scared. Fear. These things are emotions. Now, making money is difficult. Do you agree or disagree from your past experience?
I agree. It's difficult.
Okay. Creating wealth is very difficult. Now we're not talking about money. Now we're talking about generational wealth.
Wealth, yeah.
It's difficult. Agree?
It's difficult. Yeah, agree.
Then, making money has always been a struggle for me.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. There is too much hard work required to make money.
Yeah.
Okay. Making too much money will make me less spiritual or make
Oh,
me not
yes.
a very good human being
Yeah,
sometimes.
make me bad. I
Okay,
believe
so
in that.
of course. Creating big money goals is sometimes being greedy, is what you feel.
Um, yeah, I would say selfish is the thing, but yeah,
Okay, similar.
greedy, similar.
Making big money is not even important in life to be happy.
I agree. It's not important.
I am not good at money management.
I completely agree.
Okay. Focusing on making money means less time to live life fully.
I agree.
Okay. We've already written down your money thoughts and beliefs.
Thoughts. Right.
Now, your action frequency in the way you act towards money. Okay.
Right.
I am lazy. I generally avoid working. I procrastinate. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes. I don't like taking risk in life.
Uh, no, I'm comfortable taking risk.
I have tried everything. I am not able to increase my income. Yes or no?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I do my best, but situations and people in my life don't support me. That's the main problem.
Yeah. Few people, not everyone, but there are few people who don't.
Okay. So this is true.
Yeah.
I can't take too much risk because of my life conditions.
Currently, yes. In my current situation.
I love getting things for free.
Yes.
Now I remember some of my negative actions that limit me from attracting money are. Are there any other actions that you're realizing? It can be actions you take, it can be actions you don't take.
Yeah. Some of the actions is number one, I definitely procrastinate. Like I procrastinate.
We've written that down already. Anything
Yeah.
else?
Two is I think blame. I keep blaming.
Okay.
I think my past, my parents. So I'm blaming a lot.
Past, parents, and
And yeah, like I keep, I don't know if it's an action, but I keep telling myself I'm bad at money management. Like it's a self-talk that I
okay.
have with myself.
So lots of negative self-talk about money.
Negative self, yes. And I don't take actions here.
Okay. And most importantly, hold on. You said, can you tell me those three things again?
Like I don't take actions. I blame.
Yeah, blame is the word I wanted.
Blame, yeah.
Blame parents, blame past.
Parents, blame my past.
Okay. Okay, done. Now, here is the last part. This is your current situation's frequency.
Right.
Are you making double income compared to your monthly expenses right now?
No, I'm.
Do you have loans or debts?
Yes.
Are you saving 10% of your income every month? Doesn't matter how much money you're making.
No, I'm not able to.
Are you regularly learning about how to invest and multiply your income?
No.
No. And do you have a clear financial freedom plan on your lifestyle?
No.
No. Okay. Now, here is how we do the maths here. It's very simple. What I need you to do now is, let's say we take a total of all these points. Okay? If you had to just look at this Excel sheet right now and do a scoring, do you see any greens here except this one?
No.
No.
All are red.
So if you really look at the scoring right now,
Yeah.
what do you think is your money score?
I
If you
don't
keep these emotions in
really
mind.
poor.
So in percentage, what would you call it? If you
Around
look at all this red.
around 95, 97%, 98%.
Yes, literally 98%. Now, I'm not saying that. Your answers are telling me that. That 98% of your emotions, thoughts and beliefs, actions about money are negative.
Yeah.
That is what is creating this money block for you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to do a little bit of analysis with you based on your numbers that you've told me, based on the answers that you've given me. First question, are you married?
Yes.
You are. How many years?
It's been 11 years.
11 years. Children?
I have one child, one daughter. She's 7 years old.
She's 7 years old. Okay. And right now, what's your current income?
Last month I only made 18,000. Like last 3 months consecutive, I've only made 18 or literally zero. Like
Is that in
it's
a
a good.
job or
No, no, I'm
freelancing?
actually independent. I'm freelancing. I'm a
Freelancing. Okay.
life coach.
Life coach.
I'm an operations management corporate trainer.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So here's what's going on. One of the reasons you're struggling a lot is because you don't know how to handle conflicts.
yeah, I'm not good
I'm
at
going to tell you things
conflicts.
that you've not told me before, or I shouldn't know. But that's the whole game of learning how to understand frequencies, to understand people's life before even they can tell you anything about them.
Right.
So one is you avoid conflicts. You're struggling not only in your professional life, but you're also struggling in your personal life. And what I mean by that is the way people see you, the way you see yourself.
Yeah, like I see myself small. I agree with that. Like yeah,
Yeah.
my self-image is very.
Yeah. And because of that, many times you're not even able to say no to people. And then you say yes, and then you regret later.
Yeah. Actually, this week only I said yes. After last week, I attended ALOA. I told somebody a no after I
Wow.
rejected something. I mean, it was an income. I rejected it because I don't think I was valued for that. And I did that on Tuesday. So thank you for that,
Amazing.
Mitesh.
How's your relationship with your wife right now?
We have fights, but I think she's the support of my life. I think thanks to her.
Yeah,
Yes, we do have our fights, but I think I'm blessed to have Neha. Her name is Neha. Neha. I'm very blessed to have Neha in my life.
that's amazing. But what you want the most is her respect, not just
I,
love.
yeah,
And you're trying to earn that, but somewhere that's not happening the way you would like it to.
yeah, yeah. She's supporting everything she's paying right now for the last 7 years, 6.5, 7 years.
And you
So
feel bad about it.
I feel, yeah, I feel very
You
bad
don't
about
feel
it.
her money is your money.
No, I don't actually. I believe I'm the breadwinner and I need to
Yeah.
be paying the
There's nothing
bills.
wrong with feeling that you should be responsible. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's definitely something wrong about feeling bad about not realizing that her money is your money.
Yeah, yeah.
And she feels bad about it too.
I don't know. I
But
don't
she
know,
sees the
but
guilt
I
in
have a
your eyes.
sense.
She
You're
sees the guilt
right.
in your eyes and she tries to relieve you of that guilt many times in many ways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're very supportive in that,
But no
Mitesh.
matter how much she tries to relieve you of that guilt, you double that guilt.
Yeah, yeah,
And then that affects your personal life. That affects your intimacy.
yeah,
You don't feel like being intimate, not because you don't love her, but because you're just not feeling stable in your life.
yeah. I don't feel strong.
You don't feel strong.
I need to feel strong. I don't feel
Yep.
strong. Like,
Yep. And many times, because of that, you've had thoughts of giving up many times. But because of your upbringing, somewhere you've got the strength in you which doesn't let you give up. But the major reason you've not given up is because of your wife and your daughter.
yeah, yeah.
If it wouldn't have been for your daughter, specially,
Oh, yeah.
you would have broken down by now.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
There are times you've cried alone.
It's very rare, but yes, I have. Very rare. It's not easy for tears to roll down, but
Yep.
yes, I have.
You don't ask for help easy.
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
You're not vulnerable to people. You can easily make your wife support you more, and you can actually make more money with her help.
Mm.
You try to have that zid of trying to do it yourself. Your biggest stop as a life coach has been you've not been a great life coaching student yet. And hence, you're not able to be successful as a coach. My mentor told me this many years ago. My biggest problem at that time was that I was a coach, that I was not a student. And that is why I was not growing. In your case, you're trying so hard to grow fast and to help others that you've barely taken time to work on yourself. And you've worked a lot on your professional skills, but very little on your emotional skills.
Yeah. And I got aware about that last week also. So the yin and the yang
Eye-opening for you?
was the best part of the entire 2 day thing. The last week on, I'm only been focusing on increasing my yang
Yang frequency.
because over the last I don't know how many years, I for some reason I've like put down the
Compressed.
yang, compressed my yang because of certain things, and my yin is super high. And
which is great because it gives you the ability to be empathetic. It gives you the ability to be nice, polite, respectful. But somewhere inside, there's a lot of anger and frustration which you're not able to bring out because your
Yeah.
yang frequency is suppressed. So you're like,
Yeah.
I can't talk to people like that.
Yeah, and I think the biggest identification for me has been the goal oriented, which you spoke, the practical goal.
Yeah.
So for me to be goal oriented has been this, and that is something that I'm constantly working on the last 6, 7 days, and the DMP also.
Yep. You're uncomfortable selling.
Very.
You're not good at negotiating. So people can come and
No.
sell you anything.
Yeah. I have things that I don't want over here.
No. Yeah. But that's because you're not being responsible with your money.
Yeah.
You let people take you for granted.
Yeah.
You sometimes you can clearly see people are not doing the right thing by selling you something. Your wife tells you that. But you trust people blindly. And then you regret it later sometimes.
I have, yes.
Now, because of all these frequencies, this is what's going on in your life. Now, the best part of this entire story is this. The way I've been able to recognize your entire life and read you like a book. If you work with me today and tomorrow and you upgrade your money frequency and you specially start with releasing all these things that we have written down, and there's a method that I'm going to teach right now as part 2, you will release almost every part of this today itself. And once you release all of this, the second part of the workshop then after that is going to be upgrading. So there are 2 parts. One is recognizing and removing the blocks.
Right.
But then the second part is upgrading the frequency.
Right.
Both of these are important.
Right.
Once you start doing that, in the next 1 week itself, your money probably will start growing up. Your corporate training assignments will grow. Suddenly people who were not there in your life will show up. People will call from nowhere. Opportunities will come up from God knows where. You will attract opportunities of making money which has nothing to do with you. But suddenly things will open up. You will start enjoying the money that you're spending with your wife much more in this week itself. To give you an example, when I met Indu for the first time, I was making zero money. She was making 1.25 lakhs a month. 22 years ago, that was a big amount.
Yeah.
Those days, like 22 years ago, 1.25 lakhs as a woman was like huge amount of income. I remember when I introduced my wife to my dad, that I want to marry her, and I was making zero income, and I told my father that she's making 1.25 lakhs a month. He clearly told me, "Teri auqaat se bahar hai, don't get married to her." Because he comes from an old school of thought, and he said, "I don't think you'll be able to handle her." But thanks to my mentors who taught me to love her money as much as I love my own money and respect money that comes from any direction of life. When I started doing that, today I'm successful in life with her support. But believe it or not, for the first 6 months, I was making zero money even after marriage. But the good thing was I did not stop working on my frequency. And because I kept working on my law of attraction, today she's quit the job. She's with me full time. We work together as partners. I think you could have a similar vision with your wife in the future. Because you're in a similar field. That's the dream. That's actually possible. But you can't fulfill that dream and then be happy. You got to be happy first and then fulfill that dream. And what I mean by being happy is not by changing your situation, by being happy in the current situation of spending your wife's money happily without feeling guilty. But those emotions are so blocked. Logically, you know you should not feel guilty about it because you know you love her and you know she loves you. She doesn't look down to you for that. Yeah. But emotionally, you're not able to do that.
Yeah.
That's the block we want to release first.
Yeah.
That's making sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And once you emotionally release it, your logic and emotion will just come together. And then action will start flowing. Another very big block that we need to release for you and for many people here. By the way, just like him, how many women here feel that my husband's money is not my money? Type in I in the chat window, ladies. If you feel my husband's money is not money, I want to be financially independent. That's your biggest block. Just like it is a big block for Dhaval. Similarly, for a lot of you, there's another big money block. That is that you don't like working hard for money. You don't like working for money, basically. And uncomfortable about having big money. Uncomfortable about selling. Uncomfortable about being sold. Taking too much time to make decisions. Do you take a lot of time to make decisions, Dhaval?
Yes, when it comes
very careful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very contextual basis depending on things. Like when I saw your video for the first time last week, I figured out a way and I borrowed money from my wife and I paid for ALOA program. And immediately on that day, I figured out somewhere, because you're giving the offer 13, I from my credit card last bit I paid and I registered for this program because I know the
But
value that I
did
found.
you hear your language? I borrowed money from my wife.
Yeah. I have to pay her back.
I have to pay her back. Do you see this?
Yeah.
This is why money is not coming to you. Because you don't love and respect the money that comes through her. You only love and respect the money that wants to come through you. And unfortunately, you have a second belief that is sabotaging your first belief. That second belief is, I don't want to work for money. Money should come to me. So if money comes to me through other people's work, that's a problem. I should make money on my own. But when I start making money on my own, I don't want to work for money. You see how this is a double bind?
Yeah.
It's like ek taraf khai, ek taraf kuwa hai.
Go on.
Doesn't matter where you go, you're going to just fall. That's why you have this sinking feeling inside you that you can't explain to anybody. But that feeling just doesn't go away. In common language, you call it stress.
I agree. Yeah.
And it's impacting your health.
It is in some way. I'm taking care of my health in a lot of ways. I'm regularly working out, but yeah, there are still certain internal things medical things that I am working on myself.
And that is happening because of all this money stress.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's resolve all of that today. The good news is it can be resolved. It can be released today. And then the rest of this workshop is going to be all about upgrading the frequency. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yes, makes sense, Mitesh. Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward to the next Wealth Mastery course where you attend again.
I will.
You're sharing one of those results that now your income has gone up,
Yeah.
where your income is higher than your expenses.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
May I just share one
do.
thing?
Please
I
do.
want to acknowledge this is something, like I said about blame and thing, and I want to thank you, Mitesh, for the exercise that you did. Though I don't get the name Hope Nope Nope. Okay, that
Yeah.
exercise. I've never. I lost my father in 2005. Never ever kept his photo in my house. Never ever. It is only last day before yesterday I got his picture. It's right above here, right above where I'm pointing my left hand. I have kept. So I want to thank you, Mitesh, for that.
Thank you.
I can't show. It's here, right here.
I
Yeah.
understand.
So after I don't 2005,
Thank you.
it's 2024. So I feel I have not honored and respected him. But I
Thank you
want
for
to thank you.
reconnecting with him.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Mitesh, for the exercise.
you.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
thank you, Mitesh.
Thank you. So that's
much.
a big deal. Thank you so much. If you really want to start practicing manifestation at an advanced level, I invite you for my lesson number 1 of Wealth Mastery course, which is specifically designed for upgrading your money frequency. So there's a complete workshop on how do we increase our frequency specifically in the area of money. And I don't just call it money, I say wealth mastery. And hey, to learn more such amazing stuff about law of attraction, hit the subscribe button now and click on the notification signs so that the next time I'm making such amazing videos, you keep getting notification from YouTube and email from YouTube for these videos. See you soon in the next video.